Hey, this is Brian Hegney, Instructor of Communication at High Point University. I'm going to talk a little bit more about finishing up the project settings for our game, packaging up our game. And where we left off was the platforms, the window platform, creating the game icon. Now this is fairly similar to creating the splash screen as well, but there's an additional component that we're going to have to do unless you have software, specific software. So we need to create a 256 by 256 file. So let's go ahead and go into Photoshop and let's create a new file, custom 256 by 256. There. It says it's, what orientation is it? I wish they had a square that it would jump to. In any case, here we've got that. Now, what we want is, if you can see here, let me just get rid of all of this stuff. We want like something like this. You see this little guy right here? Well, I can see through it, right? So I don't want a JPEG. I don't want to start with like a square, right? Or a rectangle, because that's really lame, right? I want something that I can kind of see through. Something with an alpha channel transparency. So number one, I think I might do a circle. I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to create a new layer in my layers panel, because I start off with this layer 0. And I'm going to go to elliptical marquee tool. I'm going to hold down shift. And I'm just going to drag this until it's roughly confined there. And I held down shift so it would create a circle. After that, I am going to fill this with a color. And I think I'm going to start filling it with a green, right? So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up that bitmap. Oh no, I've got this. I am going to figure out, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a gradient. That's right. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Sorry, changed my mind. Whoops, I'm going to delete all of these layers. I'm going to start with this here. And I am going to give myself a gradient. On this layer itself, I'm going to hold down shift, left click and drag. It's a linear gradient. That's cool. The next thing I'm going to do is use that circular marquee tool, put my cursor right about here, hold down shift, left click and drag until it's roughly the similar area. Let go of my mouse button. Let go of shift. From there, I'm going to click this create mask tool, or add layer mask. And because I had that circle selected, it obviously masks what I have selected. And so that's what you do. That's what I did. If I didn't do that, I could have done it a different way. If I delete that little layer mask, delete the mask. If I started with this again, I could have clicked that button first, add a layer mask, and it does nothing because I haven't painted black. And if I paint black on a layer mask, you see I painted gray, okay, because my opacity was 42%. So if my opacity for my brush is at 100%, I can paint something here, and whatever's black in my mask right here, let me just draw on here. This right here is my layer mask, right? It's not my layer image. So whatever I paint here, like this little S, whatever's black is see-through in my image, and whatever's white is shows the actual image itself, right? Okay, so I'm not going to do this, obviously. I'm going to paint it back to white. Make my brush size large by tapping my bracket keys. My right bracket key, left bracket key makes it smaller. What am I going to do, though? I'm going to choose that marquee selection again, the marquee, circular marquee tool, hold down Shift when my cursor is right here, left click and drag. Until it's roughly here. Let go. Let go. And from there I can actually paint, well here again I can do two things. I can paint black in here. Now you might think, Hegney, that's wrong, but what I could also do is select this mask, and in my properties panel, click invert, and I've got it set to there, and then it inverts the mask. Whatever was white was black, whatever was black was white. It doesn't matter how you do it. I don't really care. In fact, I won't even know. Or the other thing you could have done is Command-Z, Command-Alt-Z. I could have also, Command-Alt-Z, when I had this selected, right-clicked it and said select inverse and painted that inverse black. Again, choose my paintbrush tool, right? It doesn't matter which way I do it. I just want there to be a circle. And I want there to be a circle because now I'm going to add an effect stroke. And it's going to give me a nice stroke. I might want to make the size of that stroke, yeah, there, and it's going on the inside. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to give it a bevel and emboss. And the bevel and emboss is going to... yeah, I'll make it look like that. Maybe. And you know what? I don't want to add the stroke just yet. I'll bevel and emboss that and say, okay. I do want to add a stroke. Oh, but I don't want my stroke to get the bevel and emboss. Oh, I don't know if I can... You know what I'm going to do for that? I'm going to put that in a group, to a layer group, and the group will get a stroke. You're so smart, Hegney. There we go. There we go. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a text here because it's going to stand for Fun Revised. So I'm going to drag that F, type in FR for Fun Revised. And for that, I'm actually going to set the color. Well, let me add some effects to that. Number one, I'm going to bevel and emboss it, but I'm going to go downward, and I'm going to set it to pillow emboss. Do I want to do that? No, chisel. I'll just do emboss, chisel. I don't really love this. Sorry, guys. No, I'll do it like that. That's fine. Do that. Do that. Yeah, that's not bad. And then I'm going to do a color overlay, which will be like something like that, but slightly darker. Yeah, or lighter. I'm just going to keep it like that. Okay, so now for here again, I'm going to save this as... what are they calling this? Icon, game icon. I'm going to save this as game icon Photoshop. And then I'm going to save this as game icon PNG. Now you'll notice I need to save this as a .ico file. So, and you'll notice in Photoshop, I don't think I can do that. Export as... Let's see if it allows me to do this. Oh, no, I don't have the ability to do an ICO here. Cancel. And save as. I don't have the ability to do an ICO here. So this is what I do. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and Google online ICO converter. Online ICO converter. I need to upload a PNG maybe, and so I'm gonna go to C, users, Behegny, app data, roaming. Yep, dumb place to put this. Stencil works, games, fun revived, Photoshop. Upload that. And I need to single ICO. Yes, sure. Bit depth, and let's convert it. And it's saving it to somewhere. Show in folder. Where is it saving this to? Downloads. Okay. Which I'm probably going to copy this and save it to that dumb place. Yep. And paste it into here. There. Now my fave icon. Oh, it's called faveicon.ico. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So now we come into our place right here and say favicon. Double click it. Ooh! That's 48 by 48. That's not what it was supposed to be, though. That should work. Convert that. It downloads it again. It's called something else, of course. So I'm going to copy that. Copy. Go back to here. I'm actually going to delete this. Paste it again and call this what it should have been called. Enter there. Now, when I go back to Unreal Engine, this should be set to that, and it's a lot bigger. Yay, there we go. And if I click X there, now we should have it, and we should be good to go. I'm going to click Save All, and in the next video, we are going to see if it builds. So that's your second step, creating that icon, the ICO file. Great. See you soon. Bye.